The right balance really depends on the objective of the campaign. For a lot of brand campaigns, there's still a strong desire to do something that's unique, out of the box. And what that simply means is that's not programmatic buying. And even when you come to premium content, that's going to take a lot of effort, particularly if you're running it multi-screen. But I don't see us anytime soon getting away from that. Custom creation tuned in for the medium will be here just about forever. Now the tools to create that and to expedite it will be different. Now as far as scale goes, I think what we'll see is productization of video ads beyond the in-stream, the flat in-stream that we have today. There'll be, for example, a product that we built that's called a YouTube View Builder that sells at scale. And it's all about pushing your YouTube content through the video ad. A very simple execution in terms of what it does, and that can scale to programmatic buying.
I think that anyone that produces video content has a big challenge in that they want to create one commercial that they can run anywhere. The reality, though, is that they have a lot more latitude to run a 30-second ad during a 30-minute TV show than they do during a 1-minute advertisement. We want to get scale, we want to get our money's worth out of our production investment, but the media doesn't lend itself to that particularly well today.
This is a point that's definitely dear to my heart, because for 6 years we've been building technology for interactive video, and as people love what we're doing and interactive with it, clearly it requires a lot of customization and a lot of design work. And there's always this balance which is kind of a delicate dance, because I want to build something that will work everywhere and will cater to every audience and on every screen, on every device. However, I want to make it super interactive. I want to allow people to play a game and watch video and whatever, and it doesn't really work there. So this is something that we're working extremely hard on, kind of connecting the dots, and we like to call it building a plumbing service that kind of empower the underlying infrastructure that connects everything. So I'll give you a technology answer, and I say that what we're doing is looking for the common denominator between the different platforms, and building kind of renderers or hooks into different platforms, so then a marketer can focus on the scale and focus on the creative and say, I want to build this type of creative and I want to deliver it everywhere, and I don't really care that this is iOS, this is Android, this is Xbox proprietary technology, this is Flash Online, and this is HTML5. All those tech acronyms should be solved under the hood, and this is what we're doing. So exactly living this delicate dance between the two.
Striking the right balance between scale and customization has been a real challenge for this business. And I think we see that happening again, playing out in the mobile space, much like it did in the display and digital space about a decade before. Clearly we want to create standards so that we can remove some of the friction in production, so we can pave the way for more investment, but yet we also don't want to walk away what's unique about the user experience, what's unique about the form factor and the interactivity as well, and be able to push that further, whether that's motion, whether that's location data. All of these are kind of new opportunities for us to design around, versus looking at how do we port a television commercial just to a different screen.
Within that world, the balance of scale and execution really depends on you knowing your audience. There are many media today, such as mobile or tablet experiences, where you won't get scale if you're tailored to the content, but it's worth the trade-off to give the right message to the right people.
I don't know if there's ever any one answer about scale and execution tailored to the medium. I think that it's always going to be about storytelling, execution, development of characters and a narrative that drives an audience to want to come back. And I think that currently there is a struggle going on, which is from the creative side and through the lens of those people who are creating content, creating network television and or shows that can theoretically travel across screens. That's going to be a struggle. There's no one answer to that, because you care more about your characters, the ability to tell a story that's consistent with what the show's about, what the heart of the show is about. So there's a rooting interest and conflict and all of those fundamentals that push a narrative forward. And I think that has to come first, and worrying about the screen and where it's going to travel across platforms is always going to be secondary.